Ladies and gentlemen, Byron Donalds, Congressman Byron Donalds, will hopefully win. He's on his way to victory in for Speaker of the House. Who knows who's going to win? Okay, Jim Jordan should have achieved a victory, but you have never Trumpers and you have establishment, typical losing, pathetic, failed establishment Republicans who who were afraid and beholden to media. So I've been telling people that McCarthy was on his way out for months. I should get a little credit for that, just like I told people in 2016 that Clinton would lose. Just like I told people before 2022 the market would tank. And so there's a lot of things that I've been absolutely right on. I can't be right about everything. So there is, one or two people in the comment section, you're never right about anything. Well, you don't watch the channel enough, I guess. Because overall, I've been pretty correct, pretty right on what I've been saying. At least I have the pulse of what's going on. I can't get into the minds of failed Republican establishment leadership. Although, of course, I'm voting for Trump because I want record low poverty, record highs in household median income. We had record low poverty with Trump. My God, what? It's like people focus on his personality because all of media is on Team Democrat, including late night. And so they obsess over his personality. They forget that Biden's personality is horrendous, whatever is left of his personality. But it's like we had record low poverty with Trump. In terms of foreign policy, we wouldn't have the catastrophe we have in numerous regions of the world. The atrocities taking place are taking place incidentally or taking place while Biden is president. Maybe there's something to do with his foreign policy. Okay, we know what's taking place in Europe, where there's daily possible nuclear confrontation. Okay, the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, yet Democrats didn't take that lesson. I guess missed that lesson in high school, okay, or college. Ignored the lessons of the Berlin Wall falling. Okay, that's over. That era in U.S. politics is over. But Democrats and the same people who didn't like Jim Jordan want to relive that. And we've seen what's taken place. But anyway, hit subscribe to this channel right now. I love Byron Donalds. I think he's fantastic for a number of reasons. He supports former President Trump. He voted for Trump, or he backed Trump over DeSantis. Very good. Again, Trump is the only thing standing in the way, standing in between the average American and, let's say, endless shutting down of economic activity, for example. That's just one example. He's the only thing standing in the way of Americans being sent overseas at a moment's notice because the Lincoln Project, never Trump Republicans within the Republican Party, the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans vote Democrat. AOC votes alongside people who admire Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld. Speaking of AOC, and hit subscribe to this channel right now. I know the mentality very well. I used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. The unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post, and I now support former President Donald Trump because I want record low poverty, which is what we had under Trump. Fact. It is a fact. Record low poverty and record highs in household median income. That's what Congressman Byron Donalds wants. Also, that's what he supports as well. Also, I want Americans home. I don't want a president, left or right, Democrat, Republican. I don't want a president who sends Americans off to never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. Okay? Trump, with the Doha Agreement, brought Americans home. Okay? Biden, they say, oh, it was Biden. No, he reluctantly brought Americans home because of what Trump negotiated, and it was a complete catastrophe. Left billions in armament there. I mean, it was a complete catastrophe. And so you have a situation where you need a Speaker of the House that is not the same or not a never Trump Republican, not an establishment Republican, and you have all these other candidates. They're not going to make it without Byron Donalds, without Jim Jordan, without Marjorie Taylor Greene, without Matt Gaetz. So Byron Donalds has support. I think that he has enough support to win. We'll see. Like I said, it's like, a couple people. I have the best comment section in all of YouTube. What can I tell you? A couple, oh, you're not right about this. Like, well, you know what? I can't. I'm not Nostradamus. Like, I'm pretty. If you watch the channel, you get a pretty good pulse of what's going on. Okay, I'm right more often than I'm wrong, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I think the analysis was pretty good. So will he, hopefully make it? I hope so. But with AOC, really quickly, Byron Donalds' response to AOC's experience. AOC has been an unmitigated disaster in terms of politics, in terms of social media and media coverage. She's been quite successful. But AOC goes on really quickly. She said a couple of things about Byron Donald. Notice that Byron Donald, when Democrats say that they respect people of color, they respect voices like Mr. Donald's, the Democratic Party or people like AOC in Congress, Democratic Congress people are such liars. If you don't walk in lockstep with everything they believe, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your skin color. They'll turn on you, and they'll be vicious and vile and mean and rude and far more abrasive than anything Trump could ever say. But see, again, it's the media it's like, you look what they did to Herschel Walker. It's just unbelievable how media turns on their alleged value system. The greatest hypocrites you've ever seen in your life. But here, Senate fails to advance Green New Deal. 43 Democrats voted present. This was supposed to be to save the planet. You had 43 Democrats not even doing anything for a completely failed Green New Deal that was eviscerated left and right. Okay? This was the landmark achievement of AOC, in addition to $27 billion in tax revenue that almost single-handedly she prevented New York from receiving by ruining the Amazon deal. But then you have, we could go on forever. Then she completely, you could say lie, but with Congressman Donalds, she said that he fabricated a text. He certainly did not fabricate a text message. You have a person from the Internal Revenue Service who stated categorically that there was foul play. They were suspicious of activity between James and Joe and Hunter Biden. In a text message saying, basically talking about a shady, corrupt deal. The text message said, this can work, you need a safe harbor, obviously referring to a financial safe harbor or political safe harbor, so they can, it's the New York Post reporting and the Daily Mail reporting is spot on. They're the ones who should receive Pulitzer Prizes. But I can work with your father alone. We, as usual, just need several months of this help for this to work, of his help, meaning Biden's help, Joe, for this to work. Okay, they're talking about a quid pro quo, essentially graft and bribery scheme. The context is not only overt, but AOC says that Byron Donalds fabricated a text. CNN, in trying to back AOC's absurd assertion, literally states Donalds didn't invent the James Biden text. Then wrongly says, but AOC was correct that Donalds left out critical context. No, he didn't. The context was right there. You know exactly what they're referring to. They're only referring to business deals within these text messages, primarily business deals. The information, James Biden, reportedly getting help from Joe, came in a reported text saying, So, Donalds did not say his purported text, did not display this purported Hunter text. Okay, the discussion was about money being obtained through shady means. When AOC says fabricated, she said, literally CNN actually defends Donald, saying it was not fabricated. Byron Donalds didn't invent the text message. The only thing fabricated is the absurd assumption that the context had nothing to do with graft and bribery. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Byron Donalds has a very good chance. I think he's on his way to becoming Speaker of the House. I've been telling you McCarthy is on his way out, so I think that hopefully very soon Byron Donalds will be Speaker of the House. Thank you.